Good evening, everybody. This is on. Good evening, everybody. This is on deck. I'm Russ Morgan on FTSN. Hope everybody's having a good night. I'm ready to go. I'm in full baseball mode right now. I'm usually in obviously June. I'm baseball basketball mode. I'm still in basketball mode. Watching it, even though my team did lose. But uh, but I'm full baseball mode. MLB right around the corner, and then my favorite, which we had Evan last week. Oh, dude, we got the College World Series. We just come out, so I'm jacked. That starts on Friday morning. Yeah. Hey, Josh, thanks for tuning in, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, dude, Phillies are looking really good right now. I'm gonna be talking. Obviously, I got a little top 10. My top 10 is always I compare my top 10 to one of these top 10 power rankings I see. Mine's always a little different. And then we got the World Series rematch. We got the Yankees Dodgers this week. But so I'll be touching on that and touching a little Miami baseball as they go to Hattiesburg, Southern Mississippi Regional to play to start off on Friday to play University of Alabama, which watching that I've literally and I keep on repeating myself, but I keep on repeating myself, but the SEC baseball is just freaking nuts. It's crazy. Softball's in the World Series right there too. I'm gonna be honest. I don't. Oh yeah. Shut up, Josh. No, it's not. Yeah, I've literally. Yeah, hey, I know, Josh. I want you to go watch a clip. Go watch it. Go watch this clip. Go watch the. Oh, there's Barry Bonds versus Jenny Finch, and Jenny Finch is throwing her hardest. Barry Bonds literally fouls off two pitches, just joking with her in the celebrity softball all-star game. Next one, just boom, hits the shit out of the ball. I mean, I've hit off a softball pitcher before. Now it wasn't a Division I softball pitcher, still throwing good, but once you kind of get it down, But I mean, I think I will get softball is probably one of the best female sports I like watching. I don't watch a lot of female sports. I'll watch some volleyball, especially in the Olympics. I like that. But I do really like the softball too. I'll watch the softball College World Series. But I mean, kicking it off in my top 10, Josh hit it right on the head. Phillies are super hot right now. 34-19, best. Okay, this is where I kind of have a grief. And you always go on ESPN, you look at, oh, that team's a game up. I'm like, the only thing that freaking matters is the loss column. So I'm like, yeah, I'm looking at some of these loss columns. I'm looking at the standings right now. They got the Tigers on top. The Phillies got the best record in baseball. They've just played one last game because they're playing right now. But, I mean, they're hot. They're super hot, turning it on. 34-19, 9-1 in the last 10. Definitely, 35-19. I mean, I know I've seen them sniffing around. Much tougher to play. Much tougher to play. See, I've always much tougher to play. Much more. I mean, if Josh, I know you're a big football guy. I mean, they asked Deion Sanders what's tougher to play, football or baseball. He's like baseball, 100%. You don't have hand-eye coordination in baseball, you're kind of screwed. But I mean, going into my number one team's the Phillies, dude. It's easy. I've seen them sniffing around some bullpen pieces, but I mean, I really like the up the middle combo with Trey Turner, who's kind of like a forgotten guy, in my opinion, with all these great young shortstops with the Bobby Witt. You don't hear as much Trey Turner, but the guy's batting 305. And what he does defensively, 14 stolen bases. I really like Turner. That Bryson Stott, who's I haven't watched a ton of Phillies baseball. Josh, if you can, is Stott fully? I think he's fully in. Yes, they do fully in the leadoff role full time now, because I know your manager had switched him into the full leadoff role, and I thought that was really good smooth, in my opinion, moving him up and down from going to Turner to Schwarber every other game really didn't work. I think he's in the full-time role. Really like Stott, college guy from UNLV, 260, 11 stolen bases, 24 RBIs. Really like that. I mean, the outfield's solid with them. I really my thing with the Phillies, and I've always like the Phillies. I don't like the Phillies. I really strongly dislike the Phillies, but as a pure baseball guy, I really like the Phillies pitching staff. And if Aaron Nola, when he comes back and get it going, that's a deadly pitching staff. I mean, when you got Zach Wheeler 6-1, we all know what he can do. 2.42 ERA. I mean, this Cy Young guy this year, the way he's looking, that's a great number one. You got Jesus Luzardo, who's 5-0 with 215. Christopher Sanchez has looked really good, 4-1. He's got a 3.17 ERA. I mean, you kind of get Nola up. I mean, you get Ranger Suarez back. He's got 4 wins on the year, 2.97 ERA. I agree with you, Josh. I think Nola's been terrible this year. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with him. Maybe that time on the IL will be good for him. He's been really bad. Nola's 1-7, 6.16 ERA. So, but they do need some bullpen help. Definitely with them losing. Was it Estevez? He went to Kansas City. But I've been hearing they've been talking to Baltimore, maybe Batista. They've been talking to Baltimore about a couple guys. They've been talking about Batista. They've been talking about Cedric Mullins from Baltimore too as a couple pickups. I think that'd be a solid. I think both be a solid pickup. Bullpen, you definitely need some bullpen help in October. Pitching's all you need, honestly. Like we saw with what the Dodgers did with basically 2 starters. You had Yamamoto, you had Flaherty. You went with an opener. You need a strong bullpen. One of the reasons the Dodgers won, not just because they were fundamentally sound, they had a very strong bullpen. So I get that. I've heard they've been talking to Baltimore about Batista. I think if they could get a package with Batista with Cedric Mullins, you might have to give up a top. You're gonna. Oh yeah, Hensley with the Cardinals. Yeah, I mean, if you could get a Mullins and Batista package, that'd be a solid package. Because I mean, I'm not really like Brandon Marsh, not really getting it done for me. Rojas only 250, Marsh 220. If you could get Mullins in center field, that'd be a solid outfield with Max Kepler, who's a great pickup. I mean, Kepler's 230, but I mean, you got Kepler, you can throw Schwarber in the outfield. Castellanos 275, but you could get a Mullins. That'd be a solid guy to shore up that center field spot, and then add a bullpen piece. I think that's what they need to do. But I mean, hottest team in baseball, and really turned the tides there from the Mets were looking really hot, and that's baseball goes like this, super quick, and now best record in baseball. But I think that's where they need to go. No one's taking that guy. I've been saying the same thing. Could the Yankees ever get rid of Stanton's contract? And it's not going to happen. But if you could get, I think, a Mullins or a Batista, that'd be solid. I would try to get both, but that would maybe have to include Andrew Painter, include a Mick Abel. But I think it's now. And I think, Josh, you'll agree with me. I think their window's starting to close for the Phillies. If they want to win, it's now. So I think if they want to go, they got to go for it. It's this year, because these guys are starting to get older. Harper's getting older. Turner's getting older. Realmuto's getting older. So I think their window's now. I think they should just go for it. Definitely, Hensley would be a solid guy you could put in the back half of that bullpen. Batista would be the same thing. I think Mullins would be a great pickup. Who's not much going on with Baltimore wise, but he's one of the few guys doing something. And I think he is an ace. McAble looks like a stud. Painter's another guy. But there's also, I mean, they could trade Justin Crawford. I don't know if he has a spot, but he's right there too. I think, in my opinion, I think Baltimore doesn't have a lot of guys they could trade. You could trade. That was a great game. That was a great game. You could trade Baltimore. You can't really get. I mean, they got O'Hearn, they got Mountcastle, they got Mullins. You're not getting rid of Rutschman. You're not getting rid of Gunnar Henderson. You're obviously not getting rid of Holiday. I think they've got a lot of young guys there. So if they want to get some prospects because their window is I guess closed now, I think it could be a quick turnaround. But those are the few guys that could get you a nice prospect haul. But I mean, the Phillies are playing really good right now. You know, 9-1 in the last 10. So I mean, that's it. My two teams, the Tigers, 37-20. 6-4 in the last 10, but I mean, I love this pitching staff. Once they get Casey Mize back, I think this team's gonna. Once you get Mize back, you're gonna. Once they can get going, Jack Flaherty. I think this is a solid pitching rotation. You've got Jackson Jobe, who's looking go. 4-1, 4.22 ERA. But I mean, you got one of the best pitchers in baseball, if not the best, in Tarek Skubal. You got Jack Flaherty. He's 3-6, but I mean 3.94 ERA. Joe, once you get Mize back, who's 6-1 with the 2.45 ERA on the batting side, I mean, I'm surprised. I thought this would be a wild card team. This team could be the best, win the AL. I mean, Riley Green's 274, Kerry Carpenter 275, Zach McKinstry 272, Gleyber Torres 285, Javi Baez looking great with that move to outfield 278. So I mean, that's my two. Josh, I will say that McAble's start was really solid, and embarrassment of riches. Maybe they keep him in the rotation when Nola goes down. My 3, 4, 5's kind of going around. We're going to go with the hottest team for me will be my New York Yankees, 34-20, 8-10, 2 in the last 10. Obviously, you just got to play who's in front of you. They're beating up on some bad teams right now, but I mean, they're winning games. I'll talk about the Yankees a little more later when we talk Yankees-Dodgers this weekend, which I'm really excited for. Got the Cubs next, 34-21, 8-2 in the last 10. I love the Cubs offense with Tucker, who's looking really solid. I love Nico Horner at second. Swansby's got to pick it up a little bit. Just trying to get their stats. Horner, 292. I love Pete Carl Armstrong. I think he's one of the best center fielders in the game. And his first full year. I mean, 274. Well, if you've been watching him, what he's been doing, he's insane. 14 home runs, 49 RBIs. Tucker's 285. Seiya Suzuki 272, Horner 292, Happ, who's been injured, 257, Bush 251. That catcher spot kind of up in the air, but I mean Carson Kelly's looking solid, 298. I think that's another team that's going to have to identify pitching on another team that's going to have to identify starting pitching with you. I mean James Tyone. He's got a 3.86 ERA. Matthew Boyd 4-2, 3.42. Shohei Imanaga 3-2, 2.82, but he's injured. I mean, I think that it's a little shaky after Imanaga with Boyd, with Tyone. I think that's another team that's going to have to identify pitching after Imanaga. You're going to have to do that because they're going to be right there in the hunt of things in the NL. I think that's another team that's going to have to identify pitching. I got the Mets at 5. They are 34-22, 5-5 in the last 10. Thank you. They lost 2 out of 3 to the Yankees. Welcome back, Juan Soto. He didn't have a great series against the Yankees. I've been hearing he didn't really want to go to the Mets. I don't know how true that is, but I heard he didn't want to go to the Mets all that bad. His family wanted him to go to the Mets, but I mean, he's not as excited. I mean, one of the I would say that the biggest surprise right now, 7 for me, would be the St. Louis Cardinals, and this 31-24, 6-4 in the last 10. Really exciting to see. This is a young Cardinals team that I don't think they thought they would be competing this early. You got Brendan Donen 328. You got Lars Nootbaar, who's he's got Nootbaar's 249 with 8 home runs. A little shout out, he's from El Segundo High School in El Segundo, California. Same high school George Brett went to, right there by LAX in Southern California. So I mean, he's a local guy. Went to University of Southern California. I mean, Wilson Contreras, 244's got to pick it up. Arenado, who had that hot start, bringing it down 238. Victor Scott, 268. Mason Wynn, 261. I mean, I'm surprised this team. I didn't expect this team to be competing this late. Especially, I thought they'd be a team that would go on the trade deadline. Try to trade some players. You have Eric Fetty, 3-4, 3.9 ERA. You got Sonny Gray, 5-1. He's got a 4.06 ERA. Matthew Levitor, 3-3, 2.73 ERA. Miles Mikolas, he's 4-2. He's 3.51 ERA. It's a very surprising team for me. I thought they'd be full sell mode, let the young guys go, and I think they're kind of in a little handcuff situation. You got a couple older guys on the team? Do you just keep on letting these? Do you trade the older guys like an Arenado, or you got to keep Arenado? I mean, the guy's got playoff experience, so it'll be interesting with them. Excuse me, I jumped. I got the Dodgers at 6. Yeah, I had the Cardinals at 7. I jumped 5-7. Got the Dodgers at 6, who are 34-20, 34, 22, 5-5 in the last 10. Right? Am I right on that? Today? Yeah, 34-22, 5-5 in the last 10. Ended up taking 2 out of 3 from the Guardians today. Lost today. But, I mean, we'll talk about the Dodgers a little later. Going to 8 because I like to jump 6. Got the Giants, who are 31-24, 4-6 in the last 10. Be interesting with the Giants. You lose Verlander's down. They bring up, was it Hayden Birdstrong, who pitched the other day? They're going to have Kyle Harrison get in there. So they're starting to get a little injury bug. And their pitching staff's been a little hurt. I mean, Jordan Hicks finally went to the bullpen. So it'll be more on those guys. I got Seattle 30-23, 6-4 in the last 10. They're 2 games up. All right, they got them 1 game up against the Astros right now. 2 games. You're 2 games up in the loss column. And then to finish it off, I got San Diego at 10, who ended up losing today 10-8 to the Marlins. So 31-23, 4-6 in the last 10. Looking really not good recently. Got swept a couple times. And lost today. But going into the big game of the weekend, obviously, that's the World Series rematch. That's the Yankees at the Dodgers. First off, can we just DH Aaron Judge? The last time Aaron Judge played a regular season game at Dodger Stadium, Zach for Marsh plus Moises Chance. Yeah, would you rather have Roberts or would you rather have Cedric Mullins? Personally, for me, I'd rather have Cedric Mullins. He's less injury prone. Roberts really not looking good right now. I would, in my opinion, I'd rather have Cedric Mullins over Luis Roberts. But I mean, the deal's not bad. I mean, Cedric Mullins. I said Cedric Roberts. I'd rather have Cedric Mullins over Luis Roberts Jr. just because of his consistent production and it doesn't have as much injury history, in my opinion. but that's just I could be wrong. I think Luis Roberts, I don't know. I got to get his stats. I really have not paid attention to the Chicago White Sox all that much. There's not much to pay attention to. But, hey, they're 18-38. So, hey, way better than last year. Luis Roberts, 190, 21 stolen bases. Let's see what Mullins. I know Mullins' stats are better than that. Cedric Mullins, 10 home runs, 226. A little better, but the stolen base numbers for Luis Roberts are better. I just the injury history is there for Roberts, in my opinion. Well, going into we got the World Series rematch starting on Friday. First off, Aaron Judge, let's just DH him. Last time Aaron Judge played the regular season game at Dodger Stadium, he broke his toe. So running into the right field cement they have at Dodger Stadium, broke his toe, ruined his year. But it's going to be a great series. Game 1, Max Fried, Tony Gonsolin. Game 2, Will Warren, Landon Knack. Game 3, Ryan Yarbrough versus Yamamoto. It's going to be a high-power offense. For the Dodgers coming in, you got Shohei Ohtani, leads the MLB in home runs with 20. He's batting 256, 396 on base, 667 slugging, 35 home runs. What he went back-to-back leadoff home runs. You got Freddie Freeman, second in the MLB in average, 358. He's got 426 on base, 620 slugging, 35 RBIs. Mookie Betts, 257, 31 RBIs, 339 on base, 411 slugging. Teoscar Hernandez is looking great, 306, 329 on base, 575 slugging, 10 home runs, 42 RBIs. Will Smith putting in another all-star year together. He's 333. Max Muncy, he's moving up a little bit. He's up to 212, which isn't great, but, from where he was, that's solid. Tommy Edman, 232. Conforto, 172. Andy Paganis, who's solidified himself as that center fielder, 271. He might be a little down today, but let's see what he's down to. But, I think that what is Paganis or Pagas or whatever, how you say, 270. Freeman, 359. Muncy, 211. I think they're going to, in my opinion, the Dodgers are going to have to identify outfield and third base help. You can't have a 212 from a corner position with Max Muncy bat 212. Outfield, you can't have Conforto, and Edman hasn't looked that good either, but Conforto with the 172 and both their defense doesn't get it done for them. So I think they'll definitely be in search of with outfield help. On the Dodgers pitching side, staff's beat to hell. And I've said it. Tony Gonsolin has not looked like he did before injuries. 2-1, 4.68 ERA. If he can get back to somewhat of his form, it'd be solid. Landon Knack, not the guy. Yamamoto is keeping this team afloat. 6-3, 1.97 ERA. They're 19th in the league in team ERA right now. So it's surprising with the Dodgers that they're thin on pitching. Kershaw went today. What did Kershaw do today? Kershaw went today versus the Guardians, trying to get his stats. They lost 7-4 today. He didn't get the loss. Kershaw went 5 innings, 6 hits, 1 runs, 3 Ks. It's a pretty good start from him. Shohei goes 0 for today. Teoscar Hernandez was 1 for 4. Smith 1 for 4. Freeman 1 for 4. Freeman 2 for 4. Smith 2 for 4. I mean, you got Kike 227 too, is also another guy who could get it done. But going into my Yankees, I'm really pumped for this because I like this team better than last year's team. I think last year's team had a lot of holes. I mean, last. Sorry about that. I'm sorry. I had an ESPN app open and they started playing one of the replays. Last year's team had a lot of holes. Honestly, I mean, you had a solid second baseman, questionably defensively. Left side, Jazz Chisholm did a serviceable job at third base, but the outfield you had Judge, who's a great defensive outfielder. I mean, Soto, we all know what I think. I think Soto's a DH in a couple of years. I don't think he's a right fielder. And then you have Alex Verdugo, didn't get signed till the end of the year. And then so you had two guys on that World Series starting 9 who either got signed late in the year or not on MLB rosters, which Verdugo got signed by a minor league deal with the Braves, and Rizzo's out of baseball. So you had two guys in the starting 9 who one guy got a minor league deal, the other guy isn't even playing baseball anymore. So I like this team a lot better. I like the defense. I think they got some holes. But, I mean, on offense, it all starts with Judge. I mean, best average in baseball, 395, 19 home runs, 47 RBIs, 488 on base, 746 slugging. Paul Goldschmidt's looked like an unbelievable deal, 343, 399 on base percentage, 27 home runs, 27 RBIs, 5 home runs, or 27 RBIs, 5 home runs. Cody Bellinger's been looking great of late, and I love Cody Bellinger because of what he does defensively. But he's really doing it offensively. He's up to 262, 32 RBIs, 8 home runs. Jason Dominguez and Grisham making up a good outfield when they play. Grisham's making it tough to platoon guys. 250, 12 home runs, most home runs he's ever hit. Dominguez 237. Infield's kind of a question mark, especially right now with two guys hurt. DJ LeMahieu comes back with third base. Oswaldo Cabrera gets hurt, who I think they need to try to identify third base as a position, along with add another starting pitcher. I don't think Oswaldo's the first full-time third baseman, but you got Oswald Peraza, who's playing third, bent 165. LeMahieu back 206. It'd be really nice if LeMahieu could do his thing and get back to a serviceable batter like he was when he won the batting title. Because then I'd be fine if they move Chisholm. I think he's a way better defensive second baseman than he is third, but I think he can do a serviceable job. And then they could focus more on the pitching if they could move Chisholm to third, but I don't think that's the plan. Or move LeMahieu to third, who could play third, and then they could focus more of trading prospects for trying to get that starting pitcher, which they need another starting pitcher, even though Heel is back. Yarbrough's look good. Will Warren's look better of late. So I mean, there's that, but I don't know what that is. Chisholm's starting to rehab supposedly tomorrow. The one question is when Stanton's will be back, whenever he is, will be what to do with Ben Rice. Ben Rice, 244, 11 home runs, 32 RBIs. My solution, you put him at catcher. He is a primary catcher, played catcher in college all the way through the minors, played it at Dartmouth. I think he's like the first or second Dartmouth alum to make Major League Baseball. I'm not 100% if he's the first. It's one or two. So it's pretty great. But he is a primary catcher, and the reason I say that is because Austin Wells has not looked great. 206. I really like Austin Wells. I like his defense, but you got to have Ben Rice's bat in there. I mean, on the pitching side, it's been solid, very solid on the pitching side. I mean, Max Fried is looking like an AL Cy Young right now. 7-0. Yankees have not lost a game he's pitched in. A 1.29 ERA, best ERA in baseball. Well, Will Warren going. That's going to be. I'm really. They can get game one. Max Fried's been a godsend to the Yankees this year with all the injuries they had. He's kept them afloat. Kind of what Heel did for the Yankees last year when Cole was out. He's kept them afloat. Hopefully he can keep going. I mean, Will Warren's looked better of late. He's a 4.09 ERA, so he's brought it down a little at 3.02. And spot starter Ryan Yarbrough, who came over from the Blue Jays when the Blue Jays said, you don't have a place on our roster, and he declined them to go down to the minor leagues, took the deal, showed up to the Yankees like 1 week before spring training ended, and now he's a starter. He's 2-0, 3.06 ERA, has gone 5 or more innings his last 3 starts, surrendering 1 in each of his last 2 starts with one with 3 hits and the other with 2. And that back half of the bullpen for the Yankees is solid with that move they've made, moving Devin Williams to the 8th inning role has been very solid. They lose Fernando Cruz, which is a big one because that guy was inning eaters. But I mean, Devin Williams, right? 6.75, but he had a really high ERA, but he's looked better of late. Got beat up a little bit yesterday. Luke Weaver's just lights out. 0.73 ERA, 24 2/3 innings. He's given up 10 hits, 2 earned runs all year. I think that back half of the bullpen is solid. I'm really pumped up for this week. I don't know. I don't like to make predictions. I think we can get game one with Max Fried on the mound. I think we get it. We get game one. We can get that one. Game 2 will kind of be a toss-up. Game 3 is going to be tough. So, I mean, I think it all comes – I think we can get this series. I say we. Okay, I'm not part of the Yankees organization. I just say it as a fan. I think the Yankees can get 2 out of 3 here. Dodgers beat up. But I think it's going to be a great series. Moving into some college baseball, and I'll give Miami a little love, which we had Evan. What is Evan's last name? I forget his last name so much. Evan. But Rovich last week, who does a handful of college baseball broadcasting, play-by-play guy. And we were talking a little Miami last week. And we were talking a little Miami last week, and we said, what do they got to do? And he was saying everything's got to, a lot of the favorites got to win. Well, that didn't happen in the American, didn't happen in a lot of the Big Ten. Nebraska won. So I mean, but I was like, oh, it's paper thin for them to get in, but they end up getting in, get a 3 seed. They're going to Hattiesburg. They're playing Alabama right off the bat. It's a tough bracket. Southern Mississippi really good. It's a tough bracket, tough draw right off the bat, but their chance to make that regionals was tough, and they got in right off the bat. So them stressing was really there. But I'll be watching that. I hope if you watch college baseball, I know Miami baseball fans, you better be watching that. You better be tuned in. I know Miami's got a rich history of baseball, so you better be tuned in. But it's going to be a tough one. Justin LeBron at Alabama, I think only a freshman. He's going to be a dude in a couple of years. But when I was watching that insane SEC, you got number 1 overall Vanderbilt, number 2 overall. So like we said, 16 overall 1 seeds. The top 8 are national seeds, which will host all the way through the super regionals. So you got from the SEC, the Vanderbilt 1, Texas 2, Georgia 7, LSU 6, Auburn 4, Arkansas 3. It's nuts. I mean, I'm looking. I see that. I think that Hattiesburg one will be really good. Conway, which okay, there's a couple. If you're watching Florida State ended up getting there. That's going to be another good regional. Mississippi State's a really good team, even though they got that 3 seed. But Northeastern, they won 27 in a row. Like Evan said last week, Tom Glavine's brother, but Florida State's in Tallahassee. They got the 9th overall seed. Florida State, Northeastern, who won 27 games in a row, Mississippi State and Bethune-Cookman. And then let's go to that other Florida team, which will be going to Conway, South Carolina, and they're playing at the beach. They're playing Coastal Carolina, who got the 13th overall seed. Coastal Carolina, Fairfield, Florida, and Eastern Carolina. It's going to be a nasty bracket. Florida, I think, could make some noise. But I'm tuning in. I hope if you're a baseball fan, these are the guys you need to start watching. So tune into some college baseball. I love it. It's phenomenal. But these are some guys, obviously. We saw what if you watch, we all saw what Paul Skeens did in the World Series. And then a year later, he's in the MLB and dominating and had a great start today. So, I mean, these are guys. Jack Caglione from Florida should be right there. The guy's already got 5 home runs in AAA. So, I mean, tune in. A lot of these guys will be future guys that we could see in the MLB. I will also be watching the Eugene Regional. Oregon got the 12th overall seed, Utah Valley. I'm an Arizona Wildcats fan, so Arizona got the 2 seed, won the Big 12 in their first inaugural year in the Big 12, and Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. Sorry, there's a lot of Cal Polys in California. There's Cal Poly Pomona, but they're D2. So I'll be watching that. But, I mean, I'll be tuned in on a lot of baseball this week. Dodgers, Yankees. Got the College World Series starting Friday morning. First game will be at College World Series first game will be at 12 Eastern, 9 Pacific. For Bobby, that's 11. We'll see when Miami, I think, University of Miami's playing at 3 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2 on Friday. So if you're a Hurricanes fan, tune in. Alabama, Miami, got some great games. But, I mean, we got the World Series, MLB. We got the College Baseball World Series coming up. Great time, road to Omaha. I'm pretty pumped. Baseball in full swing. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Please remember, like, comment, and subscribe. Josh, thanks for tuning in. I know your Phillies are looking really good right now, long season, but looking really hot, 9-1 in the last 10. So, Josh, thank you, and everybody who tuned in, thank you. You guys have I'm Russ Morgan. This is On Deck on FTSN. You guys have a great night.